Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Liz and I'm glad that you're here today. In this video I'm going to be showing you a little bit in my watercolor doodle book. I've made a couple of these before and I just thought I'd share it with you. I made a new one. The watercolors that I've used are Karataki, and this huge set here is really a good quality set. If you're looking for watercolors and you're not quite sure what to get, these are really quality, very, very quality. So they're worth this small investment. You can get smaller sets too. And that cover plate, that plastic cover, I use that to mix the colors and it works really well. So I recently was on a short trip away from home and I brought these things along with me to work on. And the paper that I have is the Strathmore watercolor cold press paper. It's a heavyweight cold press paper suited for watercolor experimentation, accepts a variety of techniques, and it's 140 pound. And this pack I actually bought at a Goodwill. So bonus, I just took a large piece of those papers, cut it in half, and then I cut that or folded that in half to make these pages for this book. And I just went through with my watercolors and swashed some things on. I also watched some videos and watched some how-tos on flowers, so you see some of those in here as well. Just some things I'm excited to doodle on. I've got some inspiration from other sites and I'll share those as I go along with my black pens while I'm doing this. This is the third little watercolor doodle book that I have made, and I find that these are really nice to just take along with you if you're going on a trip or something and you're going to be away from home. You can't take your whole stash of art supplies with you. This is a really easy way to keep your creative juices flowing while you're away from your studio or art space, wherever you create. So in today's video, I'm going to be using my Copic pens for what's happening on the front cover of this booklet, but I'll show you my pen pouch here. Here's a Faber-Castell, an extra small, and I use that for small, tiny lines, and it works pretty good. And I've got microns in here and Crayolas. I've got just a regular felt tip pen, Sharpies, and I even got white pens in there. I don't know if I'll use any of those, but that's my pen pouch, and I'm embarrassed to say I have more pens in a drawer beside me that are colored, and yeah, I've got pens. Some have been gifted to me, so you know, that wasn't on me, that's on them. Anyway, let's get started. So, oh, I didn't tell you, love you guys. Do love you guys. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm glad that you found me. And if you're not, I'm happy to have you come along for the ride again. So yeah, using Copics on this particular cover, and I'm not sure what I'm going to even do yet. I got to give it a title of some sort, right? So I'm not sure. I'm thinking this through. I'm getting all my pens, you know, so you can see what I have here to work with. And give me just a second here. And I'm going to show you my other books that I have made, my little doodle booklets. Pocket doodle book take along, pocket doodler. So titles vary, but they're made out of the same materials. And so now I got to figure out what I'm going to title this particular book. So I could do pocket doodler again, or I was thinking black line book or watercolor pen book. You know, there's things I'm not sure. So I'm thinking. Got all this yellow space here to work on, and my brain's just kind of stuck. Don't know what to do. Give it a little bit of thought. I actually skipped some because I was thinking, and I come up with doodle book. So here's my lettering. Here I go. Am I going to print? Am I going to cursive? Am I going to put them in a straight line? Oops. I already messed up. It looks like Doodle you know, I messed up. So I'm going to keep going, seeing, well, maybe I can live with that. Maybe it's going to be all right. Well, maybe I'll make this K look a little funky like the L and the E on the top. And no, It just doesn't quite work. The E looks like a K, and oh goodness. So now I've got this word, these words in here, and now I got to figure out, hey, here's an opportunity to fix this. What can I do? This will be the doodle. The beginning of the doodle book, the first thing I'm going to do is doodle with the words doodle book. So here I go. And that's what I did. I took lemons and I made lemonade. And that's the beauty of doodling. If you're doing something, you can just make it into something else. You have that much freedom when you're in the doodling zone. So you don't stress. You just put another line here, put another circle there, and next thing you know, you have this really cool little picture, and then there's no stress. I think I'll put a line here. I think a circle needs to go here, and you just keep going with it, and you enjoy it, and just renew your creativity. And this is one thing I love about doodling is there's no right or wrong, there's no good or bad, there's no I messed up. You just fix it or you change it, you make it into something else, and it still looks good. And if you're enjoying it, and that's the most important thing. That's the thing about doodling. Oh, got a little bit of a smudge there. And that's why I like these books too, because you can do whatever you want in them. That's no pressure for creativity. And with a black line, you can do so many things. So, and if you're not sure about how to doodle, just get a pen and get a paper, doesn't even matter what kind, and just trace lines. Get pictures and trace lines on pictures. Find something that's abstract and just find where the solid lines are and go around those with a black pen. There was a time in my life where I was really going through some hard stuff, and nowadays I'm sure things are like that for a lot of people. Doodling helped me through. Honestly, there's something about drawing lines, just plain black lines, that is therapeutic. I'm not an art therapist, but I'll bet you any art therapist will tell you that this is something that they use to help with stress for their clients. Now you look at the word doodle book, it's a little off center. So now I got to figure out how to fix that. So I'm off to a banner start on this book already, and it just makes me smile because it's gonna, it just reinforces the fact that I don't have to have it be any certain way. It's just mine, and I can do what I want. I'm enjoying the process, and it's going great. I'm liking what it looks like so far. Kind of looks like maybe let's look at a different language, perhaps. And I guess that's kind of what I was going for. Whatever those letters and symbols are up high, it's another language, and that other language means Doodle Booklet. Yeah, let's go with that theory. So fun. I'm going to put those in parenthesis so that it just shows that this really says Doodle Booklet up there. Yeah, in my new language that I've created out of a mistake that is an opportunity. Yeah, so this is how I'm rolling. I'm going to add a few more things to this. There's some X's maybe and some dashes. And fun thing too with doodling, turn the page around. Give a different perspective. And you'll see it a different way. There's maybe a space you're missing that you wanted to add something that you didn't see when it was right side up. That's another different perspective on something when you're doodling. What else about doodling? I just love it. There's just so much about it that keeps me sane sometimes. Just draw me a line. Give me black pens. I don't know what it is about black pens, but I think I've got a problem. I just love black pens. And I have to be careful because I already have so many. But like I said, some of them were gifts. And What are you going to do? Say, no, I've got enough? I don't think so. Anyway, the fat lines was a 0.8 micron. And I'm going to switch it on up and do a 0.3. I'm sorry, not micron. It was a Copic liner, multi-liner. So my daughters actually worked for a Copic distribution center back in Eugene once upon a time, but they have since moved on. The supply center and my daughters, they don't supply anymore at that place. So, but yeah, they're the ones who got me hooked on Copics, so it's kind of their fault. Yeah, I also like microns. I think I started with microns way back when I first started doodling. Of course, you start with a plain old Bic pen when you're a little kid and you're doodling in your notebooks or whatever when you're talking on the telephone, because that's what you did when you talked on the telephone. Remember doing that? Back when the phones were rotary. And maybe that's why I like circles when I doodle. Because I remember doing doodling while I was talking on my rotary phone. It's a stretch. It's a stretch. Anyway, that's when I'm doodling and I don't quite know what to do. That's what I end up going to. My go-to for doodling is circles. Circles of different sizes and thicknesses of black pen, and lines, just straight lines going one direction or another, and then circles connected by lines. And so that's my, if I don't know quite what to do, that's my doodle go-to, circles and lines. And honestly, I'm not a realist artist by any stretch of the imagination. Most of my stuff is abstract. Sometimes they end up looking like something, and then that's complete happenstance. But like, for instance, today's little episode here doesn't look like anything except that new language that I have created. So a few more lines here and a few more dots there, and we're looking at almost a finished product. I have just a little bit more time left to do this. I'm closing in on dinner time, so I need to get things started for that. And I didn't want this video to be too long, so it's fun. I like it. It's very interesting. I don't know how to explain it. I guess you don't. It's just part of me being me, and I'm looking at it and thinking, what else does it need? What else? Little circles at the end of all of the ends. Remember the fad when I used to scrapbook, right? And the fun lettering that they'd show you to do, and you have your different letters, and then you put these circles on the ends of them, and they're like bubble letters at the end, and it's fun. And that's basically what I'm doing right here. Just the simple bubbles on the ends of any straight lines that are sticking out. Another super easy way to make something look a little bit different. Just added that other thing, something else visually to look at. Not complicated. Good grief. Once doodling gets complicated and you stop enjoying it, I would think you need to rethink. Anyhow, I like it. It's fun. I have this need to border a little more around the actual fake letters there, around the alien. Is it alien? Alien letters? Hieroglyphics, perhaps? Just a few more lines and dots. Sometimes it's hard to know when to quit too when you're doodling. Where do you stop? And that's when you maybe look at the clock and say, okay, one more dot and then I'm done. Because, life does happen. And sometimes doodling is just a time killer, like if you're at the dentist's office or something and you just don't want to sit there and look at their magazines. Doodle. get a pen, get your doodle book out, and just start drawing. If you have the need to be creative, it's the easiest way to do it, I think. So some people paint, I doodle. And, you know, it's one of the ways I'm creative. It's nice to have lots of different ways to be creative. The painting part is fun, but sometimes it frustrates me because I try to make it look like something. Sometimes with doodling, I get there too, and I have to really watch myself because it's supposed to be there to enjoy. It's supposed to be a way to express my creativity without it being complicated. And at this point, I'm looking at it and thinking, do I need anything else? I kind of blocked in the alien title, and I think it's okay. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Just need a few little itty bitties dots. And the dots and threes, don't know what it is. I learned that when I was scrapbooking. Dots that are in a triangular formation, I don't know what it is. It looks like there's movement or dimension word again. I don't know what it is. Not having had any artistic training whatsoever. So there's the cover of my Doodle booklet. And my Copic pens, I just used the 8 and the 3, or yeah, the 8 and the 3 on this one. And it's cute. I like it. I'm excited to get to more of these pages in here. So that's all I'm going to do today. I'm glad you guys came along to watch. This is, you know, it's not exciting. It's not anything new really, but, you know, sometimes it's fun to just watch somebody in the process of doing their art. So I hope this gives you some inspiration of what you can do for yourself. Get yourself a little doodle book to take along with you and some black pens and just go. Just a little note, I am from Oregon originally. Right now they're going through a lot with the wildfires. I hope that you will remember to pray for them and keep their wellness in your thoughts. Love you guys. Take care. And as always, God bless. Bye-bye.